How you doing, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So as we make our transition to Thailand, doing some vlogging and living out there for 6 months, and now we transition back into van life, certain comments come up, contingent on what video I put up. So one of the questions was, why wouldn't you just get an RV? So what I'll do is that I'll kind of weigh in on the RV versus customizing your own van a la carte, and what are the pros and cons, and what is my overall take on the RV industry. So stick around, I'll break it down. So now when it comes to RVs, it's not really a subject I wanted to get into, but obviously there's always overlap between customizing your vehicle, on your own, and then the whole large RV industry. So one of the dilemmas with an RV, remember there's certain classes that you can choose. This is a Class B, this is a 144 Sprinter, and obviously that this is a platform that many RV producers will build on. So what is my take on, or why didn't I get an RV? So I'll basically break it down like this, is that, and this is what annoys me about the RV industry, and no offense to these companies, but me, we got to talk about it. So the storyteller and the revel. So now I don't consider the people viewing or subscribing to this particular channel to be dumb, because what happens is that, and it's really, it's a little insulting, is that you'll see these storyteller or these revel, pushers. And so the van's $300,000. And you know what, for you guys, and they show like a sign, we took 50,000 off the price. So now, there's a sucker born every day, but you're trying to tell me that you're so generous that you're taking 50,000 off the price. I mean, obviously, the van isn't worth that. There's a huge markup. And to be honest with you, I mean, I got a bad taste in my mouth already from just the price point, and now you want to make it like you're doing me a favor. Right away, I deselect you from the game. And don't get me wrong, the storyteller and the revel, they're extremely comparable even to what I have now. So let's talk about the second thing I don't like about RVs. And it depends on what type of RV, is that the way they're stylized, usually on the inside or the outside, is usually atrocious. Meaning that I don't know who's coming up with these outer designs or how they do it. I mean, it's gotten better through the years, but to be honest with you, and I'm going to offend a lot of people, obviously. If you just go and buy an RV, it's either A, you have a lot of money and you just don't want to bother and you want an adventure vehicle. But to be honest with you, it has no soul in RV, because there's about 30 or 100 other people with the same exact van. And if you're okay with that, it's not a big deal to me. But the problem is that once again, has no soul, has no character. And, like I said, the way they stylize it, sometimes they put, this exterior body molding. And also they have the tendency to overlay their name all over the van. I mean, to me, I'm a minimalist guy artistically, and that's just atrocious. So that's going to be number 2 on really why I don't like RVs. So let's get into number 3. So the third thing on the list that I don't like about RVs are going to be the fact that, do you really need everything that they're providing for you in their models? Meaning that if you look at, the way they, have their bathroom set up, their showers, and everything, so the thing is that if it's $250,000 that they're asking for this van, number one is that you don't need half of that stuff. But the thing is that if you get locked into buying it, half of the things you'll never use. And then I just feel that you could do a better job if you take your time and you find the right builder. Just as an example, if that's the case, this is not $250,000 vehicle. This is $150,000 to $160,000 vehicle, and it has everything that I wanted for the most part, because there was a little bit of inconsistency going back and forth with the builder, but it's okay. Everything, I like the van. I really enjoy it. So the thing is that, but when you go to, one of these RV places, whatever they're giving you is what you get. And it may not, if you don't know any better, then it's fine. But the thing is that there should be some input, because this is going to be your van. Either you're a stealth camper, you're a van lifer, you're an adventure van enthusiast. At least you have an opportunity to kind of plug and play what you might want. So if I have to bring those three things out, for sure, those are the things I don't like. But obviously, the pros to an RV is that you can go into today or tomorrow. You could say, hey, you know what? I'll take this storyteller, and you could drive it away that day. If you want to lay up a chassis or a van that you purchase, or you want to go to a custom builder, they can hold your van hostage for an indeterminate amount of time. And a lot of times on the customization side of the house, you will hear stories that, yeah, they had my van for a year. Because once you put that deposit down, the problem is that they have your van, you signed the contract, and they're going to tell you, well, the part didn't come in, or this happened and that happened. And if you don't have a secondary vehicle for 1 year, you either, have to do what you have to do, get another car, public transportation. It depends on what side of the world you're on. So just consider that there are some positives to the RV world. But, one of the dilemmas also, if you pay attention to this space, is that due to the fact that vehicles are transitioning to electric, and there's certain laws that are in place when it comes to RVs and the exhaust and the emissions, is that you'll hear the panic, or there was panic, regarding the RV industry. So normally when people speak about RVs, it's kind of the same thing as buying a boat. The happiest days that you will have with an RV is the day you buy it and the day that you can sell it. So Coffee and Juice, hopefully you got something out of this. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, if van life and my content doesn't appeal to you, once again, there's a whole vector of the channel that deals with Southeast Asia travel. And I also get into other topics along the way. So we'll talk soon. And once again, have a great day.